The newly appointed leader of the opposition Syriza party, Stefanos Kasselakis, has asked why the Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsodakis, the Prime Minister of Greece, has not protested in strong enough terms about Israel's bombardment of the Greek Orthodox monastery of St. Porphyrios in Gaza. And this missile strike, which was fired further back, which was fired behind the monastery, the church, where many people were sheltering, has destroyed one of the walls, and it's the monastery has been targeted in the past, or at least has been the subject of allegations about targeting, which were proven to be false. But now it has actually been hit. And I don't think this is a matter of the boy who called wolf. I think it's a matter of the fact that if you're going to be dropping bombs willy-nilly on a crowded area, an area which is closely packed with old buildings and with modern buildings and with people, then there are going to be casualties. And simply telling people to leave is not enough. People sometimes can't leave or won't leave, or there is pressure put on them not to leave. And simply saying, well, we gave them a warning, this is a bureaucratic position, and it doesn't hold any water. It's rather like the bank telling you we gave you a warning. It means nothing. It means nothing. We cannot take on, or the Gazan people cannot take on, the responsibility of the Israeli army. And that is effectively what we gave you a warning is doing. It's saying, you do our job. No. Why should a civilian be ordered around by an offensive army that is laying siege to their home? It's absurd, and it's wrong. This siege is fundamentally wrong. So the Syriza leader has said, I'm asking the Prime Minister, what did he tell Israel? Why was his request ignored? Why does he limit himself to condolences instead of protesting strongly to the Israeli government about the bombing and Greece's discrediting? Earlier in the day, the Greek Foreign Ministry had said the protection of civilians and the security of places of worship and religious institutions should be ensured and respected by all sides. And the Greek church of St. Porphyrios is probably one of the oldest churches in the world. It's I think, one of the third oldest church in the world. And the Orthodox Patriarch of Jerusalem, the Palestine health officials, 18 Christian Palestinians say that 18 Christian Palestinians were killed, and there are many reports of people trapped under the rubble. In its official website, the church has claimed that Israel was responsible for the strikes. The Israeli ministry says that it was an accident, but it has claimed responsibility. But, it's the same responsibility that Israel should bear for the attack on the Baptist hospital. If there was no siege, there would be no casualties. And there are other ways to deal with the rescue of the hostages. And it seems that Netanyahu is more intent on his siege than he is on rescuing the hostages. Almost certainly, whatever scenario you imagine, there would be a ground offensive and soldiers would be entering the Gaza Strip. In my imagination, those soldiers should be soldiers from an international delegation rather than the Israeli army and the IDF. But that doesn't even seem to have been thought of. Archbishop Alexios apparently is alive, but we don't know if he's been injured. We have no word of the condition of any of the other 500 people who were in the church at the time when the missiles hit. But it makes no sense why Israel is killing innocent people, children, babies, old people, sick people, particularly those who have come to the church for protection, for security, for sanctuary. And I think there's going to be some serious questions that need to be asked